So this is a bit unusual for me. I'm doing a replay. Usually I play a lot of these things live, but this was such a revelation to me as far as gameplay on the HSTVL that I really just wanted to share kind of how things worked here. Now, I call the HSTVL the Spookstonmobile sometimes because, of course, Spookston's got a big thing about the HSTVL, and I intend to do a full video on the HSTVL later. But this match in particular was so good. The only reason I haven't done one so far is because I don't have thermal sights on the HSTVL yet. So I've got the laser rangefinder, but everything I'm doing is without the thermal sights, putting me at a significant disadvantage in these type of situations. Spotting is a lot harder when you don't get that kind of highlighted view of everything going on. So anyway, I'm going across Tunisia here. This is the very large version of it, and I've seen incoming fire a couple of times so far. Don't know where that shot even came from, but that shot right there took out my track and put me in a bad situation. So I managed to slide just far enough down that I can just barely see the enemy tank sitting right there over the top of that hill, and that's when I realized that's who's shooting at me. Laser rangefinder, and I start putting shots on accurately on target to counter him. This is basically, the rock is what saved my life, to be brutally honest. If the rock wasn't there, this would be a much shorter video and not one I'd be sharing. So I got the repair done. I know he's still up there, but I'm now down a crew member, and I really don't want that. And I'm right next to the cap point, so I really want to grab the cap point. I don't see any of the other tanks that you can see on here. Just the one tank that was firing at me. That's the only one I know about. So I dive into the cap point. I try and get into a spot where they can't exactly shoot me. But overall, I end up in just kind of getting the cap zone. All well and good. Now, I expected them to be charging the cap point, not staying behind the mountaintop or the sand dunes over there and sniping. So I turned off my engine so I could listen for enemy action, and none was coming. All right, repairs are done. I've got an extra crew member. I'm in really good shape now. There's really nothing, there's no downsides to my HSTVL right now at all, except for the fact that it's slightly too wide for this alleyway, but I managed to cram my way through. One other thing to keep in mind is that this river has specific crossing points. You can't easily just jump across it anywhere willy-nilly. Like right here, not a crossing point. And you'll see me realize that in just a second here. That's when I started to get the "you're drowning" notice and backed up. I have not played on this version of Tunisia very much at all, because you normally only saw it on simulator battles. So you've been seeing it a little bit more on the regular ground RB these days for the upper tiers. Now you see that T80 UK up there? He's been marked on by somebody, so I know he's up there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit him with a scout and start working my way around to try and get in a position to kill him. Now, spoiler alert, I don't think I killed him. I think I got him disabled enough that somebody else killed him, but one way or another, we'll find out in just a moment. This match is one I played just last night. Now, I am watching kind of generally what's going on. I'm concerned about more flankers coming in, and so I'm definitely checking that area and watching that sand dune back there, because the enemies like to kind of stay right there. One thing I don't have on the HSTVL so far also is artillery. So no artillery, no thermal vision. I kind of like fighting with one arm tied behind your back. I mean, that's really what it is. I work my way up here, and I get kind of tucked into a little hidey hole. And then I kill my engine again after a little bit here. Of course, that's when I spot that Leopard 2. Somebody else had already taken a pot shot at him, and so I said, you know what, why not? I might as well get a little bit of a something in there. To be honest, I've actually got, at this point in time, a task to get assists. So I'm not really going for the kills, but at this point I'm not going to let anything go by just because I'm not guaranteeing my team is going to be able to handle them if I do. The T-80 knows I'm here. He knows I'm somewhere around here, but he doesn't know exactly where. Somebody else shoots at him, and I begin lighting him up. Problem is that it takes a moment for that engine to spool up, and it's clear he's having some issues. And that's when one of my buddies knocks him out. Perfect timing. This is what you get when you have a good team, not just a bunch of individuals working on the same in the same general area. That said, things are not as coordinated as I might have preferred, but overall, the team is working well, and I greatly appreciate the guys that were on this team and helping me out. Now I'm moving up to the sand dune here because I'm expecting the enemy to be, hiding behind it, just like they've been doing the entire time, using it for sniping positions. So crawling up this hill takes a coon's age and takes forever. I suspect the real HSTVL probably would have climbed this hill a little bit better than this, but, I'm not Spookston. I don't have all the facts and figures at the top of the tip of my tongue. But overall, I'm watching, I'm looking around, checking to see what the problem children might be around here. And of course, this BMP-2M is the first one. Single shot, dead meat. This is where I realized that despite only having a 75mm gun, the HSTVL's best ability is as a sniper on these longer range maps. I've always tried to play it as a close-in flanker instead. Now, flanking is a vital thing that you got to do. And by the way, I'm hearing this TKX, coming around, and he does not know where I'm at, which works to my advantage right here. Got his engine to make him stop. I'm shooting into his turret until I kill him. Worked out perfectly. That's just it. I'm not going to get a ton of kills in this game. It's just the realization that I have been playing this tank wrong since the start. The problem is, of course, then that in this case, I normally don't like these larger maps. But in this specific instance, I actually was having fun. Now, the Strela 10 over here is going to be coming around in just a second. I'll take care of him at point-blank range effectively once I get to the top of this hill. He knows I'm there, and I know he knows I'm there. He knows I'm there. He knows I know. So, no matter what, this won't be a surprise. The key is to wait until he's distracted. And when I crest this hill, I see him looking off in the distance at probably a helicopter or something like that. Voila! Fire. 2 shots, dead meat. The reload rate on the HSTVL is high enough that you can successfully get second and even third shots in, especially when you catch an enemy by surprise. But in my experience, don't try for 4. At this point, the only other thing I'm going to get is an air kill when a MQ2 Reaper, MQ Reaper goes down. I believe that possibly one of the tanks I killed may have been controlling that Reaper, and that's why I got the kill. But it may have also been I was the closest enemy. So take your pick as to why I got it. that's pretty much the match. We won this one handily, and usually U.S. teams do not have this kind of fortune in the overall situation. So just really interesting to see the U.S. team actually shine in this encounter. Let me know what you think of this one in the comments below. Obviously, this is more of an analysis and thoughts on the HSTVL than a normal gameplay video, but let me know if you'd like to see more of this. I can do a little bit more analysis on some of the better matches that I'll see on some of the other vehicles. You have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next video.